Craig Parker here, Parker's Property Sourcing. Just coming at you with another video today. Always about property, but this one's more of a motivational mindset towards property investing, as opposed to me, trying to give you a few of my little nuggets. And the reason why this video has come upon me today to do is because I see a lot of people throughout my journey of being a property investor that start the process on getting to their first deal. So they're really motivated, they got full of energy, they got that can-do attitude, and then one hiccup pushes them off track. So today was just a video to just say, keep going, don't stop. There's so many different hoops you've got to jump through as a property investor, and I'm talking from experience, but it's worth it at the end. It really, really is worth it at the end. And a lot of people wait for the perfect time to invest in property, but there's never a perfect time. Do you know what I mean? There's never ever a perfect time. The most perfect time to invest in property is right now, basically. Because there's a cost of waiting. There's a big cost of waiting, to be honest. And that biggest cost is that property prices are constantly rising. So your entry point to get into property is always going to be going up. Yeah. So that may be that 10 years ago where you could probably have got yourself a really good buy-to-let property that gives you a good return. You might have got a good one for 20 grand 10 years ago. It might be 30 grand now. Do you know what I mean? So my advice to anybody watching this video, or share it to anybody that that might need to hear this, but the best time is now. Yeah. The biggest, I'm going to put a little picture in at some point in this video, maybe right about now. So housing is the largest expense, in every household. For just more than just the UK, I'd say like worldwide, it's probably the largest expense. And why am I saying that? And why did I put that little picture in that I just literally searched while I was doing this video? The reason why I'm doing that is because you have to stand in the way of money, and there's so many people that get rich by accident from investing in properties. You get a nice little property in a nice area, and then all of a sudden they might be building a theme park around the corner from where your property is. That house is going to go crazy in value and capital growth. So this is the reason why we all need to be getting into property investments, all of us. And there's different entry points. You don't have to start off as a property investor if you can't, but get yourselves into property. Property investment is the way forward. I talk about the power of compounding as well. Like the easiest way to grow wealthy and build your money is by compounding it, and compounding interest and so on and so forth. But that's what happens in property as well. Your money's just compounding. You could buy a house. If you bought a house for 100k 10 years ago and did nothing with it, it's more than likely going to be worth 180, maybe 200k now, because on average property doubles in price every 10 years. So if you just bought a house for 100k 10 years ago, it'd be worth 180 to 200 now. That is the power of compounding. And that is the reason why we need to be getting into property investment. A lot of people are more fearful and, dubious of property investing. So it could be the lack of knowledge. It could be the lack of money. It could be that investing is a big risk. You're putting all your money into into a property that the tenant may not pay rent, or so on and so forth. But I can tell you this, if you leave that money in the bank, that ain't safe either, and you'll be losing money in the long run because you won't be earning much interest on it. You know, God, your money will be compounding if it's in property and working for you. You get a good deal and working for you on a monthly basis, giving you a monthly income. If you want to use it, you don't have to use it. You can leave it and let that money compound, or leave that money in the bank. Do you know what I mean? But I would say, you know, when you think about fear versus action, action wins all the time for me in property investments. It really, really does. Action wins all the time. And what do I mean by action? Action could be just arranging your first viewing, or going to a property networking event and starting to talk to people in property investments, in the property field. And what happens is what happened to me, or what happened to everybody, is especially if you're positive. If you're negative and you're very, you know, dubious about everything, and you have no mindset to think I can actually do this, then it might not be for you. But if you've got like a can-do attitude and you really believe that property investment is what you want to do, get yourself to some networking events, start rubbing shoulders with people that are invested in property, or trying to get into property, or, you know, doing rent to rents, or something to do with property, and you'll find that so many people are making so much money in property. It's unreal. Yeah. And they all had to start somewhere. They all had to potentially start from a first viewing, a first conversation, but it always leads to your first property deal. Yeah. So you've got to start building momentum, and that momentum from that first viewing to your 10th house, when you look back, you're going to be so grateful that you took that first step to make that first viewing. Yeah. So just to recap on this video that I've done for you guys today, is waiting to buy a property will cost you money, because property prices are rising. Yeah. Action over fear every single day of the week. Yeah. Let's get the fear out of our mind. Let's start taking action. And if you are fearful, take action to talk to people to find out, should I be fearful of property investing, or should I, you know, take a good step forward and follow my instincts? Because if you're watching this video, it's because you more than likely want to get into property. Yeah. So waiting costs money, action over fear, and last but not least, compounding works all of the time. Compounding, your money compounding works all of the time, and it builds wealth. Yeah, compounding builds wealth. I've been Craig Parker. Until next time.